Everyone, welcome to some more bracket action. First round in the Hyrule bracket of the 2025 Zelda 1 Randomizer Tournament. We have a good one for you tonight. We have RandomEffekt versus Thirwolf. The RandomEffekt, the 29th seed, Thirwolf, the 36th seed. These two go way back. I've been playing in this community for a long, long time. RandomEffekt may be in and out a little bit more. Thirwolf plays in most of the tournaments. My name is Tracy M. With joining me in just a second as he's finishing getting set up will be Alsoa. We will get these runners off and running shortly. But yeah, I was just looking at some of the stats. The last race these two played together was actually not since 2023, but in head-to-head, Thurlf is 3-0. So overall, 139 to 126 for Thirwolf. So that's awfully close. But head-to-head, Thirwolf has a bit of the edge as we do get a start on the start area power bracelet spot. And we immediately see a shop with a decently priced key, so we might want to keep an eye on that one to go ahead and buy a key later, but not much else to concern ourselves with. And a very quick wood sword.
Remember, pointing in goes in the enemy.
And here we have Elso joining. How you doing tonight, Elso?
I am doing pretty good, ready to watch what I'm hoping is going to be a race that finishes within like a minute of each other.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I mean, with these two runners, it certainly could happen.
So let's see here. Honestly, seeing these two have an early sword is always a benefit.
Yeah, love the early sword. No one's gotten a bomb drop yet. Really cheap candle at 44 rupees, and of course, this extra candle is not turned on. Having that cheap candle available is going to be nice. We have a decently priced meat there as well, and an 83 rupee arrow, so just a little bit rolled up on the arrows.
You know, honestly, I would take a 3 rupee price hike on the arrows for a 16 rupee discount on the candle.
We don't need the arrows right away unless the bow decides to be the Arbos item.
Yep. However, we do get a right away already, Roads, and okay, well, we're getting
Okay, so that the missed opportunity. I would be checking that spot, and that wasn't your start. These are really good. I'd be checking the open cave over here. Oh, we don't need. I'd probably still check the open. We don't need the sword. It won't be the sword, but getting this cave, giving this cave right now definitely would be really nice. Now it'd be even nicer if we get a bomb drop here, so we could actually check the level 9 spot. But
well, sadly, the Gorilla does not play game. Nice. It's all right. Well,
it's a dungeon. Okay, so that's useful. We're gonna have to come. Well, we don't know if we're gonna have to come back here anyway. But Thorolf is gonna at least check it out with that wood sword.
Now let's see. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 9 is also a multiple of 3, so that's 2 3s. And there's a 3 squared, so there's a 3 and a 2 combined. They combine into 5. We'll find level 1 next.
I love Alsola math. Best kind of math.
You know, it was mentioned to me that I forgot to do the Alsoa math yesterday, so I had to do it here.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Still not find that Armos item. Let's see. We checked the forest spot. Checked the other forest spot. There was something there. It was a wand. Oh wow, and a Triforce for Thirwolf. If I'm Thirwolf, I'm taking that and leaving.
Yeah, no. You don't stick around in level 6 with no bond, unless the game says you have to stick around in level 6. Thirwolf is?
Unless you're Thirwolf.
Okay.
Let's at least check a little bit more. We don't have the item.
There's buyers.
The buyers are annoying, especially since we know we won't be able to kill them in one shot.
No, and that's a shutter door, which prevents us from having to stare.
This remote drop, we have a Goma anyway.
I think that's a good reason to leave.
Yeah. RandomEffekt getting some bomb drops finally. You actually start bombing things.
Well,
We also can run into blue darkness and yeah.
look, blue dark nuts
All right.
are just jerks.
Yep, they sure are. Now, Thirwolf is going to probably get that wand relatively soon. It's always advantageous. Oh God, 40 rupee bombs. Always
So,
advantageous to get that. You know, with this flag set, when we have
oh,
146 rupee large secret.
you
Do
can buy
pay for
3
those
bombs!
bombs.
You can buy 3 bomb packs of them. It's like when you find a
Uh,
$100 bill on the floor and you can buy like 2 eggs.
yeah, well, these days, yeah. But yeah, the Armos item is we knowing that Heart Shuffle is not on. I mean, other than like the intra dungeon Heart Shuffle, prioritizing that Armos item, you're gonna likely get something useful.
Yeah. The odds that it's even a boomerang in this early part of the game is not bad. Excuse me for one quick second, folks.
All right, Thurl's still trying to get bombs. Still trying to get bombs. Still trying to get bombs. He's gonna get the wand very soon, though.
I don't think there are bombs in this suit.
I mean, that's what Thurl's starting to think at this point. Sees the 44 rupee candle. Can't buy it yet because he hasn't gotten that large secret. RandomEffekt is able to get. There's some bombs for Thirwolf. Yay. I think he'll be pretty happy with this wand. Not so happy that he takes a death, but he got the item. That's the most important thing. And he's got 4 bombs, so he can do stuff with, so. They're going to do the start spots for Thirwolf. The bomb start spots. I imagine he will retry out of this if there's nothing here and save those bombs for later.
Ugh. Looks like we have a white sword on the coast, which is fantastic. Apologize if I seem a little distracted, folks.
I mean, you're doing double duty, so now that we've got everything set up, I think we'll be good to go. Red ring as the white sword item. Not gonna be able to pick that up with 3 hearts though. Not sure how the runners are gonna feel about having that so early. They are playing. Like this isn't a mismatch of any sort where the red ring is going to necessarily even out combat. I'd say the combat is already fairly even, so there's none of that worry. But I know a lot of runners, a lot of the top runners in these two would qualify in that category. I don't necessarily want to see that red ring early.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you just kind of like just do as soon as you get it. There we go. Okay, I can no longer. I'm okay to not be distracted for the next like 2 minutes. Plus or minus 5 seconds. So,
Meantime, they're up at level 1, and we have a boomerang on the floor, which he's gonna. Well, no, gonna go. It looked like he was gonna avoid it. Has chosen to pick it up. It's early enough that it has use.
And it's good to pick up if you like force a bomb across a river and you don't have a ladder. You can just pick it up.
Yep. And you know, with the wand, one of the best items in the game for Lionels, we see an early Triforce. Level 1, you tend not to just pick that up like we did in level 6. And we'll see what this map looks like. Okay.
Blue wish robes in the level 8.
Ooh, that's not where you're hoping to find wish robes.
Well, you're okay with it if this is not an 8 Triforce suit.
Fair enough. There's the heart container for Thirwolf.
God, have heart.
I imagine close enough to that red ring that might take a stab at picking that up. Oh gosh, there's just blue wizards everywhere in this dungeon.
How about pancakes instead?
Yeah. I still don't see pancakes. They're not round. But yeah, the likes, at least easier to kill, even if they are quite annoying. We get a transport, unfortunately, so it's not the item for random effect.
There's a 5.
I'm first gonna go ahead and yeah. I think he still goes back in, but he just wants the health refill.
I don't know if he wants the health refill or if he's saying I'm just gonna like not spend my last bomb right now.
That's no.
Looks like it was.
I mean that would be a fair choice.
Yeah.
Looks like he is gonna go back in though.
Level 1 does like to be key and or bomb blocked.
If you could find some blue Lionels, we could kill those for bombs. And again, with this wand, it just makes those Lionels so much easier to deal with.
Yep.
But at least it's level 1, so you know that bomb hole is going to happen.
Yeah. And there is a shutter door, so you can at least continue to keep going. Let's see. Okay, Pulse Voice. Not the worst.
With wand and wood sword, this isn't too bad. Random effect going to take a transport. We do see the compass in level 8.
Looks like we're back in this grid room based on the fact that it's empty. Clock for Thirwolf near the last enemy.
I guess he gets to use it for one enemy. Gets a key.
So, this Triforce is playing hard to get.
Like suddenly we're in black and white on a CRT on Random Effect side. The Moblins, for whatever reason, the blue Moblins will always take the palette of the dungeon that they're in.
Just like the old days.
Very gray, yeah.
So, how do you get... Okay, so there has to be a way to get to this Triforce. Thirwolf is going to try to clear out this Pulse Wisher. Thankfully, he does get a heart.
Looks like he's not going to clear it. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next room. This is a much nicer room to clear. We still haven't seen any bomb droppers.
We saw one blue Lionel in one of the...
So one blue Lionel? Okay, well...
And it's double boomerangs! This is
not what you're hoping to find if you're Thirwolf. Oh my.
So, level 1 is officially... Wait, what country grows the most bananas per capita?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Girl, it's a bomb drop.
Random Effect's gonna leave level 8.
Yeah, that 8 just was nasty. I mean, that's... I mean, obviously there could be a bow or silvers or something required in there, but...
Why do that?
At the moment, I might not worry about that right now. Thorolf's not going to return for that red ring. I imagine he might not return for that red ring until he knows he can pick it up.
Yeah.
You don't want to be checking on 4 hearts and 5 hearts and then, and then have it be 6 hearts.
And even then, might elect to just see if it can be routed along the way. But it is pretty close.
Yeah. Did get his candle. Still hasn't seen that humongous large secret, though. So, did have enough money from other secrets and stuff.
Speaking of other secrets, that is not a large
29 for the mid. It's not great, but
Well, anytime the bomb upgrade is more expensive than the mid secret, it's a bad time.
Yeah.
Sorry, not the bomb upgrade, the bomb pack.
Oh, and it is a 4. Yeah, nice 4-heart red ring for Thirwolf. I mean, Random Effect is going to pick that up. Don't know when that's going to happen. And Thirwolf, playing with random tunic colors, is now white.
Okay, so if the red ring turns your clothes white... Wait, that's not how laundry works! Thirwolf is defying the laws of laundry.
Alright.
So, there's the map of 4. It is the shape, but honestly is, Oh, there's a red candle inside the Gibdo.
Oh, well, we didn't have to... Well, I mean, the blue candle was cheap anyway, so it's not that big a deal having our runners pay the 40... What was it? 41, 44, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So a very quick level 4 for Random Effect, so that's good. Puts them on the board.
We just need to find level 9.
I mean, that would be nice. Another mid-seeker for Thirwolf.
Random Effect's going to go burning some spots over near start. Probably also going to do the bottom spots over here if they have not already been done.
He'll probably find his way over to level 1 relatively shortly. And probably going to be also find that red ring on 3 hearts.
Yep. As the bonus games have not been prevalent.
We haven't seen one yet.
You know, they're probably all on Death Mountain.
That would surprise me. There was a race very early in the tournament where 2 Take Any caves appeared in Death Mountain and ended up being the difference in the race because they allowed one runner to pick up the ladder. The other runner just couldn't get to 6 hearts that the ladder needed. Hello, hints?
We'll need a book to understand those. You cannot pick up the red ring on 3 hearts.
RandomEffekt, I mean, that reaction to it is a pretty classic reaction to the, oh, hey, look, I want that. And then, oh, wait, I have no hearts. Well, I have no extra hearts, so. Yeah, not even the minimum to pick them up.
There's a
cave.
Thirwolf thought about taking the potion.
Yeah, he's already got the white sword item. It would not be unreasonable to take a potion at this point.
Gets a bomb pack.
Now he's getting globals. Those red darkness have been working well for Thirwolf.
Looks like we're gonna see some West Death Mountain.
You're here. He'll have to get a count going to get all of it. But Thirwolf's a veteran. He knows how to do that.
RandomEffekt has found level 1.
Yeah, we'll see if he finds both boomerangs.
We'll also see if he likes to dig a little bit more for the hearts, given that the red rings are down. I would expect not.
Well, if he goes to the eastern, well, he hasn't found the red ring. I mean, he hasn't picked up the red ring. He needs a heart. He needs to pick up the heart to get the red ring.
Yep.
So it'd be right here, and he's gonna pick it up. The boomerangs were to the right of the dungeon.
The question is, will RandomEffekt try it on 4 hearts?
He's not that far away from it. I can see the argument either way. On the one hand, you're not far away from it. You're like what, a handful of screens. And of course, the argument we said earlier is if if it's not 4 hearts, then you're checking it on 4 hearts. You're checking it on 5 hearts. You're checking, you finally get it on 6 hearts. That gets really annoying.
Yeah. Thirwolf looks like he's trying to get a bomb force here.
Nah, he just got hit.
Yeah, I might just go for the globals now. There's a global.
He gets one! Oh my god.
There's that blue ring that'll never get bought.
God, I hope not. I have not ever seen someone buy a blue ring with a red ring already in hand. I've seen all the other things. Buy, key. Oh, that's a terrible spot for hints. I've seen to buy a key with the any key. I've seen to buy the wood arrows with the silver arrows.
I've seen
the blue candle with the red candle. Yep.
There's the
that
big secret.
146.
Now now you can afford the blue ring.
Yeah, go buy it. Go buy it. No. Okay, of course.
Go buy the blue ring instead of the 6 hints.
I mean, go buy the hints. They're not going to help you right now. We don't have a book.
I have yet to see. I've actually almost done that myself. Is go and buy a hint and then. Actually, no, I have done it. I have bought 1 hint, but I didn't have a book.
I think I did it once at a practice seed from last year's tournament and quickly realized my mistake, and I've not done it since.
Thirwolf's gonna buy arrows.
Yep, I like it. No idea when we're gonna get silvers.
He's gonna buy the meat.
Gonna buy meat. Oh,
yes!
There you go. I mean, yeah, there's 2 more large secrets out there for him, so yeah, it totally makes sense to get the things you might need now.
This will be the seed that has meat block silvers.
Yeah. Imagine he might even buy a key if he runs into another key shop.
RandomEffekt is going to ignore the poll's voice and will be rewarded with a boomerang. But see, that's why you buy the moon, because otherwise the door appears and just take all your money away.
Exactly. The only thing I don't like about having meat is if I have a potion, I have been known to use a potion by accident because I have meat in my inventory and the select swap gets screwed up. There's the boomerang for random effect. Looks like he missed the blue one, so it's going to continue on, which is unfortunate because he used a key.
Yep.
Could get refunded in one of these rooms though. So if he gets a key in this, this is just gonna be the old man.
Well,
yeah, we're just gonna up A out of that.
Yeah.
You're not blocking anything.
Also,
But that key is a little unfortunate. He's still got 3, so it's not like he's hurting for keys right now.
Yeah.
There's
also,
the potion pickup for Thirwolf.
I thought you were gonna say that you've accidentally used the meat to make the potion and dropped the meat on the blue wizard when it killed you.
No, I've not done that.
It's like, oh, you're gonna kill me, huh? Pop. But what am I supposed to do with this? It's meat.
Oh, if only there were good meat strats for blue wizards.
I'm still waiting for the meat kills Ganon flag.
We're gonna get the forgotten spot from Thirwolf.
Survey says... Ooh, it's a level.
It's a level!
All right.
Level 3.
This is segmented.
Oh yeah, I mean it's level 3. Level 3 is always segmented, at least when I'm around.
There we go.
Hi, Wizrobes.
This is also not a level you want to see Wizrobes.
Nope. I'd rather see him in 3 than in 8. At least 3 is relatively small. So far, we've only seen the red ones in 3. We saw a whole lot of blue Wizrobes in 8. They're off doing a nice job on this Gleeok. Also, it should be noted that when RandomEffekt was in level 8, he did not have the red ring yet, and Thirwolf does have the red ring.
Yep. Well, let's see if Thirwolf will also have some other goodies. Like, you know, ladder.
Ladder would be nice.
Bow.
That white sword. Bow would be nice.
You know what? That's probably the item room.
Yeah, well, or at least the stair room, because the item could still be on the floor somewhere. And we find another mugger room.
Well, there is one good thing about these mugger rooms.
Yes.
They won't replace the hints in level 9.
That is true. Of course, we don't have a book yet, so.
Yeah, well, the book's in level 10. We all know this.
Alright, good thing RandomEffekt decided to go ahead and go and check that red ring, because he's able to pick it up on 4 hearts as well.
RandomEffekt playing with the regular tunics colors for at least the blue and red rings.
So Thirwolf is hoping to get... Thirwolf was really hoping to get bombs off of these Wizrobes, so he could use them on the blue Wizrobes.
Does not.
And didn't get any. Apparently,
okay.
Thirwolf can only get globals off... Oh, there we go. There's a global. I was looking for a moment like the only globals that...
What the... Well, okay.
Apparently Thirwolf can only get globals off of the dark notes, except for the blue mob one, so... This room can drop. We're gonna clear it. This is the transport to the other section.
Let's see what's in the other section. Oh, there's a key door immediately.
And a key.
That's good, but yeah.
This room isn't too bad. It's just got one red wizard.
Yeah. There's a Triforce.
There's a Triforce. Thirwolf is gonna hope that the items are in. Okay,
oh, there it is.
Any key. Okay, we're done. We're done.
Any key's not a bad item to find at this stage, because I mean, keys have already been kind of a premium.
Yes. Well, and the mugger takes keys, so when we find that third mugger, he'll be able to pay that off that way and won't have to give up bombs, which is nice.
Yep. RandomEffekt's actually about to come across this level 3 also.
Yep, I imagine he'll get all the goodies.
Not quite yet though. Gonna go for the open cave.
Oh, that's interesting.
And level 7
interesting
for
routing there. I'm heading right in.
So this is kind of interesting. And now RandomEffekt's gonna go back. Might have wanted to get that cave first.
Yeah, or maybe just with the screen scroll, just went too far and wants to come back. I don't know.
It could be that. We saw a bomb upgrade in level 7. It's plus 6 for, I think, like 100 or something.
Yeah, good money. Good price. There's still one more large secret for Thirwolf. He hasn't hit the one on the coast yet.
But Thirwolf is... Oh, apparently it was 75 rupees according to our tracker, Moonless and Phoenix,
Wow.
who's been, pushing all the buttons. I didn't see what blocked Thirwolf, but it's probably a ladder block.
Yeah, he's gonna in fact hit these coast spots right now, so he's gonna get that last large secret. It's right here.
Will put Thirwolf back up to the money cap.
Nothing he really needs to buy right now. He's already bought arrows, has the any key, so doesn't need to buy that.
He even
has a bomb upgrade. Even has the meat, yeah.
Buy the big shield.
No, he's not buying the big shield.
Buy it! You have the money!
He's not buying the big shield.
I know he's not buying the big shield. RandomEffekt gonna elect to up A instead of giving up the bomb.
Okay, good. Don't give up the bomb. He could have given up the keys. It's only -2, but don't give up the keys either. Don't leave. Oh, RandomEffekt, no.
RandomEffekt is leaving, assuming the mushrooms are blocking the path.
Oh,
which, to be fair, is a reasonable assumption.
It is a reasonable... In fact, I mean, that blue wizard room is very likely the heart container.
Yeah.
But nobody cares. You got a red ring.
Yeah. Oh, here we go, level 9.
Yeah, 9. Let's see it. Let's see it. What do we got?
Survey says 5 units.
Oh, 5. Oh, that's the scary number.
So Thirwolf knows where level 7 is.
Yep.
Does not know where 8 and 4 are yet.
And nobody knows where 2 and 5 are.
I think in Thurl's shoes, you start thinking a little... Well, no, 7's ladder block, so Thurl can't do anything in 7.
He already has a Triforce out of 6. Could go look for the item.
Yeah, but do you want to?
If he does the Northeast, he'll find 8 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
You're not picking that up yet. I don't think he's done... He hasn't done the whole Northeast section.
No. And I want to say 8 and 4 were over by the waterfall.
Yeah, I want to say, 8 was before 4, I think, is the White Sword Cave. And 8 was a little before that.
Thurl flex 3 rookies on the floor. Thankfully, it was only 3.
I mean, you get a 146 large secret with 120 something. You're gonna leave some.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, like, fortunately, so far, our runners have picked up the large secret with plenty of room to spare in their wallets, so to speak. So not a lot of money has been left on the table. Sometimes with these large secrets, considering that the other secrets have rolled down, it ends up being less of a good money seed than you think, because you end up leaving so much money on the table because you pick them up with so much money. And then it doesn't help that the door repair guy just keeps taking it away from you.
Hey, the door repair guy is just, dealing with the inflation problem that Hyrule has.
Yeah. Interesting that RandomEffekt also took the potion at 5 hearts, which is when Thirwolf picked it up.
Yeah, it's probably not that surprising, because then you can just save the other bonus caves for more potions if you're comfortable on 5 hearts. And at 5 hearts, you do get to your sword moves faster. Yep.
And Thurwolf's skipping money, but at this point, there's nothing that can overflow him. But on the other hand, what else does he need to buy? So maybe save a second or two by not picking up the money.
Really, the only things that I think Thurwolf are going to buy at this point is the second bomb upgrade, if it's found, and it's found.
And if you find silvers and bow, you might not even want to do that, because you want to have those arrow. You want to have the arrow money.
Yep. Instead, the door repairs are just going to keep taking more money. Now, we'll see if RandomEffekt elects to go back into 3 here. Because now that you've got a red ring...
You got a red ring, you got a wand. You got 4 bombs, you want to go for that blue wizard room.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's when he goes back into this transport, he's going to see that there's also the key door that he may or may not remember that he had. So he could just go that way, which is what Thirwolf ended up doing.
Thirwolf is about to find both 4 and 8. 4 will not have the answer. 8 might, though.
Yeah, and with Red Ring, he and the wand, I don't recall, did RandomEffekt have the wand? He definitely didn't have the Red Ring when he did 8 the first time.
RandomEffekt had the wand, did not have the Red Ring.
Okay, now, I mean, it's the wand. It's a great item, but its one flaw is it doesn't kill Wizrobes.
And Thirwolf is going to elect not to do 8 just yet. Probably with the knowledge that his 5 Triforces is going to hold out to try to find level 2.
Yeah, he will do 4. And then we'll see if he chooses to do level 8 after 4, or if he continues to hold out for a level 2 or even a level 5.
Yep. Thankfully does not have to be concerned about keys.
And if RandomEffekt goes past the Triforce, he will not be worrying about keys either. I think it's this room.
Yep. Always clear your desert rooms. You never know when you'll find an end key.
Well, especially in level 3, because it's a drop room in 3.
Thirwolf got White Forest wanting to pick up the bomb pack.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. We do get simultaneous Triforce pickups. And by a room that drops in 3, one of the things we've discovered is that if the vanilla room drops, then there's a higher likelihood that it's going to drop in randomizer. And of course, we all know that there are some rooms that never drop in certain dungeons.
Yep. Like the 5, like the dice block room in literally any dungeon that isn't 4, or not 4, 1.
Yep.
The maze room in literally anything that isn't 4.
Yep.
That's the only 2 I know offhand. There's definitely more though.
RandomEffekt finds 7. Let's see, pay a little more attention. Go, buy the bomb upgrade, buy the bomb upgrade.
It's close enough to the start. I could see RandomEffekt saying, I'll just come back for this later.
Yeah.
Or
gonna bomb this way first. Yep. I mean, to be fair, you could just go ahead and use up all his bombs to and then buy it. I can't imagine not buying it, considering it's 75 rupees, even at +2, that would be pretty good.
Yep.
Thirwolf leaving level 4. I don't know if he saw the red candle. I'm assuming he did.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
And there's our ladder block in 7.
Yeah, one direction is the chute, the other direction is the ladder block. RandomEffekt looks like he wants, I mean, with Red Ring, I could see clearing this, gonna try and see if he can replace the blue Wizrobe potentially. Oh, wait,
oh, hold on.
Bomb hole.
We got a... Ooh, okay.
Oh, this could be big.
If the ladder is in here behind this stupid bomb wall.
I mean, if anything good, like if there's a bow or a silvers in this, or if this is just a transport to get around the ladder block. Like, this could be really big for RandomEffekt and really awful for Thirwolf, because he did not bomb that hole.
This is the spice that everybody wanted to see, right? There's a map.
And there's the map.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think this is actually ladder blocked.
I think this is... You want the red ring for this dungeon, though.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, there's another way around? Okay.
Yeah, and I think RandomEffekt just went through the hole because just gets him away. It's to reset this room to try and get through these Wizrobe. Now, let's see if it's the item or the transport. It is the transport.
Up, silver's an 8.
Oh, what a find for
Thirwolf.
Thirwolf.
So now this is a very interesting question for Thirwolf. Assuming you dig out the second item in 8 because you're still looking for the bow, do you immediately go back to 6?
But you've got the try from 6. You need another dungeon.
But you haven't gotten the item out of 6, and it's 5 to get into 9. You know you need a bow.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable.
And you don't have to spend time. Well, there's definitely at least one ladder block room.
RandomEffekt's going to go ahead and backtrack and see what he can do in the other part of the dungeon. Here's another stair in 8.
It's a transport.
It is just the transport, though.
Still, though, it's new area. It's new ground in level 8. We already found at least one good thing.
This could just be a one-off transport.
Yep. RandomEffekt is past the ladder block and gets a Dig Dogger.
Well, fortunately, the Dig Dogger is only blocking our way back, not our way forward.
Yep. Okay, RandomEffekt's gonna finish checking the corner. Finds Moblins. This is good. Can drop hearts. Probably the bigger thing over bombs that RandomEffekt wants to see right now. Only gets a single root. There's a bunch of blue wizards on Thirwolf's side. He's gonna ignore them.
There's just blue wizards everywhere in this level 8. The more interesting question, though, I do wonder if he stays and tries to full clear this 8. We never did get to the Triforce on random side.
I think he stays at least long enough to get to the Triforce and see a second item, whether it's a heart or not.
It'd be really nice if we could find a map.
How about 3 fairies?
I don't guess what he wanted.
Given the immediate up-A.
He's up-Aing anyway.
So what am I supposed... They don't tell me where to go in the dungeon. I don't care about these. There is this locked door over here.
Another ladder block for RandomEffekt.
7. 7's really looking ladder blocked now. This is not what you want to see if you're Team RandomEffekt.
No, a ladder or a bow in here would be really good for him.
Anything else and it's probably just not enough.
Yeah, I think you're right. And he's still got to go back. We know now that he's going to have to at some point go back to this level 8 that he's been in and couldn't quite find his way to the Triforce. I wonder if this Triforce is ladder blocked itself, or although he didn't have the any key yet when he was here, there could have been key issues as well.
Yep. RandomEffekt forced to leave 7 fully ladder blocked, not getting anything out of going that other way.
He's going to find 6 shortly.
Oh, Thirwolf is getting close, but as we've seen, this Triforce is difficult to get to.
I don't know that we've seen... No, we did see that for this bomb hole, because we've seen this room with the black and white EV coverage.
Yep. RandomEffekt has found level 6.
Now, he may dig the item out of here, because Thirwolf got in here super early, and was just on 3 hearts, and basically nothing else. Didn't have the wand yet, didn't have the ring yet, didn't have the any key, and so bailed with the Triforce, as one normally would do. In this case, RandomEffekt is definitely much more kitted out to do stuff in this dungeon.
Plus did not find the immediate Triforce, finds a stair in the bracket room. It's a transport.
Yeah, I think we might have seen this transport. I'm not sure. Thirwolf definitely didn't take it, though.
Yeah. Oh, here's the map of 8.
Map!
Wow!
Ugh. I mean, it's an 8. I wonder if we have to go up and around those 2 holes to get to the Triforce.
I think you do, because I think we've been to the room to the right. It's ladder blocked!
Oh, boy. So if you're Thirwolf, I wonder if he goes back to 6 to look for the ladder. He's seen most of Death Mountain, if not all of it, so this might be the only place that progression could be.
What a dumb scene. Just ladder block you deep in 7, ladder block you deep in 8.
Yeah, this is Ganon's room. I'm pretty certain this will be the second time. Wait,
hold on.
Bombs up. I think he already tried to bomb to the left. We didn't try to bomb up, apparently, because it's now open and it wasn't before.
I think RandomEffekt's been up here. Oh, wait, no, there's a way to bomb. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the banana phone.
Well, this has to bomb down.
Yeah, but at this point, you're so deep, you might as well go look for the other item. See, this is the
I totally
first,
agree.
but... Yeah, no, you just go look. Oh, the raft did 6 before.
I mean, we're missing a lot of dungeons. That raft could lead to something.
You know what? Honestly, if I'm Thirwolf, I'm just skipping that Triforce knowing I don't need it.
Nah, he needs a 5th Triforce. You might as well pick it up.
Well, I guess it depends on if you get bow. Because if you don't get bow here, you just go look for 2 or 5 with the bow. Ladder!
Oh, ladder! That's huge. Yeah. Ladder and silvers and 8. Oh my. Yeah, you just grab this Triforce and now you're just looking for a bow. So and he's gonna go ahead and use this potion now because this blue wizard room, even with the red ring, not gonna be easy. Only 6 bombs left. He's gonna do as much as he can with the sword, but gonna try and grip these wizards up.
And actually gets
has done
a really
very
good
nice
job
job
on that. Man, look at this. Beautiful blue wizards. Get the Triforce, you leave 8, and now you can just go wherever you want.
Yeah, very nice 8 for Thirwolf. RandomEffekt just didn't have the without the red ring in that level 8, didn't have the extra bomb. Thirwolf having the red ring and having the bomb upgrade just made all the difference in the world. Be able to get around there.
See,
We
remember
get
spot is a
two
gamble
new
then.
checks.
Well, okay, I can understand having a gamble then behind your own spot because then you don't get busted.
Alright, Thorpe's gonna go ahead and save. We'll see where he goes next, because at this point he may just go back to... I wonder if he goes back to 6.
Well...
Because we know that it's not the bow. We're down... Are we down to just 5 and 2? Whichever one of those? One of those has the bow?
5, 2, and 7.
5, 2, and 7, right. So...
And on top of that, we
black...
know the items in
no,
9 are
no,
the
you
book
go
of the heart.
Oh, yeah, because we're missing Recorder, Power Bracelet, and Bow.
Yeah.
That's... Alright.
Who had?
First thing Thorpe's going to do is going to grab that white sword. I like it. And then I imagine he goes back into 6 or 7.
Yeah. Who had, on their bingo card for today, knowledge of the items in 9 before we find all the levels?
Yeah, I didn't.
Thirwolf is going to go to 6. This is going to get Thirwolf the Raft, which could very easily be required. RandomEffekt's actually looking for a path to get there, finds it. RandomEffekt now has the raft.
Yeah, and he spent a lot of time in the 6 getting that raft. I would be checking that raft pretty early. Now, Thirwolf, interestingly enough, because that raft only opens 2 locations, I could definitely see the argument for him not immediately checking the raft spot, looking for 2 and 5, but instead digging the item out of level 7.
I think it's really going to depend on how Thirwolf wants to route this raft in, because 7 was, I want to say, near the southeast. Also, Triforce for RandomEffekt out of 6 needs 1 more. We know that going to 8 would be the best option, because the silvers are in there, but RandomEffekt may also... Actually, RandomEffekt finding bow before silvers would be terrible, because then you just go to 9.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, if there is no dungeon behind the raft, I think it's going to force him to 8. Now, he hasn't done as much Death Mountain cover, so he's going to do all these overworld checks before he even considers going back to 8, I think.
And Thirwolf is going to spend a little bit more time here in the 6. Now, Thirwolf's initial assessment that 7 is ladder blocked was correct, just not in the exact way.
Not in the way he thought it was.
So,
hopefully he does clear that 1 room for the map, though. He gets a useless compass. He's had that Triforce for a while.
Yeah. Would like for the compass to point him towards the item. Actually, that would be an interesting flag.
We need to get Fred working on that.
The compass points you towards the item staircase instead of the Triforce.
Why not both?
Because that would make random percent even better. Especially if it does it on a per dungeon basis. You just pick up a random compass saying, oh, this is fine, and then you get there and it's a heart.
There you go.
RandomEffekt can almost buy the blue ring, and we'll be able to once this last large secret comes in.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't, because fortunately we don't have any flag that takes away your items if you grab the lower version. I always hear people say, oh, we should make that flag. No. Nope. Nope. Just no.
No flag that takes your items away from the lifelikes and puts it back in the spot where it was.
Yeah, yep. There's the last large secret for Random Effect. Still not really at the point where you did overflow quite a bit of that large secret,
Mhm.
but still at this point there's just not that much left for him to buy, so it's fine.
I have seen a recent suggestion in Discord though that could be kind of interesting.
I don't know if I want to know.
Book fire kills bubbles. To me,
Only if the rooms stay clear.
Yeah, that to me is the big factor. Is well, you can't leave enemies alive. Also, I like the idea of compass points to both floor and stair items, and then you turn on shuffle minor item drops.
Oh God, no.
The whole map is a light, like a Christmas tree.
Oh, it would tell you which rooms to clear, I guess. So there is that.
It would also tell you if you go into 8, you pick up the compass, and there's just one spot that you can leave.
All right, so Random Effect maybe isn't. I looked like for a moment that he was going to go to level 8, but maybe he's just getting bombs first.
Looks like it.
I'm a little surprised he hasn't checked that raft spot before doing this. We know this is a play he needs to make. He needs to get the silvers out of here. He, probably needs to get the ladder out of here.
Wait, I think Random Effect is bait in the Triforce.
Oh.
Based on that map that he.
Oh yeah, because maybe just didn't want to clear it, and who would blame him?
Yeah, I mean, your choices are clear blue, Wizrobes, or don't.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so Thirwolf is back, has gotten that raft. He's gonna check the raft spots.
Yep.
Raft spot number 1 says, nope.
Not there.
And the any roads will get us close to the raft spot number 2.
I do like this choice to go ahead and just take the... What's it called? Just take the advantage that you have. Silvers or Random Effect. I don't see him leaving with just these silvers, because I'm pretty sure he knows he's item blocked.
I mean, those silvers don't progress anything except letting us kill Ganon, so he knows he needs something else.
But we'll not say no to them.
Oh God, no.
Second raft spot. Not required.
Alright, we need to get the item out of 7.
So, let's get our predictions for what's going to be the item in 7.
It's going to be... It's Recorder or Power Bracelet. It will not be the bow.
Yeah, because if 7 had the bow, then you would either have to have 4 items or 9, or you would not be able to access all buttons, which logically is not allowed.
So whichever item Thirwolf gets out of here, it's going to open up one or both of 2 and 5.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Thirwolf's not going to get the map.
At least not yet. Might end up getting it on a different route.
Well, it's in that first room that he thought was ladder blocked.
To answer a question in chat, they have not seen 2. 2 currently is under an overworld block. We do not know which one. We know that that there's an overworld blocking item here in 7, as we have no other levels we can access. There's power.
There it is.
Literally, all you needed was a ladder.
Yep, just needed that ladder. Finds the power bracelet. I mean, okay, you do the arrow here because you're right here.
Yeah.
And then you go back to start and do the other power bracelet spots, including the one that's on your start screen.
Yeah. And at this point, whatever level you see, you're digging. Does not matter what it is.
Oh, for sure.
There's a ladder for Random Effect.
It doesn't pick up the letter. Ugh.
Now, Thirwolf did spend some time in 6 alongside Random Effect, but had a much quicker 7. So we'll see how Random Effect wants to route this to be back to 7.
Here's level 5 near the fairy fountain.
And it is quite Pepto Pink.
So either the bow is in here and level 2 is also under the power bracelet and has the recorder, or the recorder's in here and now level 2 can be either under the power bracelet or under the recorder.
I like the third option.
Which is?
Recorder's in here, 2 is under a power bracelet spot, and Dig Dagger blocks above.
Yeah, yeah. If the recorder's in here, yeah, the 2 it could be either one.
Yeah. Okay, we're down in the bottom of the upper portion of 5, which kind of looks like a dragon.
I do like that we end up in the bottom here, because we can kind of work our way up. And there's the other transport. Thirwolf's going to go ahead and just take this rather than spend a bomb.
Yep, and is rewarded with a diamond stare.
And it looks like RandomEffekt's going to check these ladder spots before checking the raft spots, which...
Yep. Thirwolf does not care about the key. Does not.
I mean, infinity plus 1 is still infinity, so... Alright, RandomEffekt back into level 7. Has not checked the raft spots. But we know they're nothing. So it's good that he's gonna avoid those, I suppose.
Yep.
And a reheart. Oh, there's the recorder.
Alright.
That's it for Thirwolf. Done in level 5. Does not need to pick up the Triforce.
And
Question is, level 2 under the recorder or under the power bracelet? We have lots of spots to check now.
But the one thing we know for certain is it's got the bow.
It 100% has the bow, as we've been able to fill out our tracker.
Bucket 9 is kind of bad in this seed, given the little bit of absurdity that is the chain to get to the bow and do.
I mean, the good news is we don't have to worry about buying those hints. I mean, they weren't exactly. There was at least one hint shop that was way off the beaten path.
Yep.
And it looks like RandomEffekt's already picked up his power bracelet.
Level 2.
Oh, wow. We're level 2 right here. So we had to get the ladder out of a really awful 8, to get the power bracelet out of 7, to get the recorder out of level 5, to get the bow out of level 2, which is what we're in.
And the silver trinity too, so you ended up just getting that on the way. But like, the game is just like, okay, you know what? You figured me out. Just leave. Just go away.
This is the ultimate chain reaction.
And it's right next to level 9. Alright, so we're going to be listening for the roar of Ganon, because while Ganon is good at making his walls bomb-proof, they're not exactly soundproof. Mainly Chad will be listening for it. And we're going to be looking for a single shutter door room like this. If that shutter door doesn't open after killing all the enemies, that is the location of Zelda.
Yeah, for a moment there I thought Thirwolf wasn't going to clear it, but you thought better of it. And yes, chat, do, yeah, it is... No, wait, never mind, we pushed a block.
Yep.
Do yell at us if you do hear a roar, because we're not going to hear it.
There may be many things, but a tech boomer is one of them. Wait. I wasn't supposed to say that. Oh. RandomEffekt is not grabbing White Sword at the moment. Might go ahead and grab it right before level 9, but honestly, it is kind of out of the way for him to go check it.
Mm-hmm. It sure is.
And there is always the debate of how much time is the White Sword going to save versus the time you spent to go get it, especially when you have a wand. If you can confirm Wizards are not a 9, which it looks like they're not.
Yeah, how many dungeons have we seen them in? Because if we haven't seen them in 5, and they can in 5 different dungeons, they can absolutely be in level 9.
Yep.
Which we know. But like, if you're RandomEffekt, you can't know that.
Right. But RandomEffekt might be saying, I'll just grab it before 9, I'm fine going into 5 and 2 with just, wand. If I run into Wizards, I'll just not deal with them. Might not deal with them.
Another 43 rooms? Jesus Christ, these 9s have been so small in this tournament.
We all know Ganon's going to be in one of those 2 nubbins on the right.
I mean, the smaller the 9, the trickier it is. We all know that, too.
Yeah. Everyone kind of rolls. Everyone kind of groans when they see the 64-room chonker, but it is easy to get around.
Yeah. Yeah, these smaller 9s have a lot more walls and.
Oh, Thirwolf almost skipped it,
I
but
think
said,
you grab that.
I'll take a book.
Yeah, you grab that because the old men could still tell us things.
Is this the part where you go by the hints even though you've seen every single item in the seed except for the spare heart, the boomerang? Oh wait, no, you've seen the boomerang, you just didn't pick it up.
Not. I hope not.
I would be tempted too if my opponent had already finished, just go by the hints just to see how many of the book hits.
There you go. Although in this case, I don't think you could have a book hint because usually the only way you get a book hint a hint for an item in 9 if it's indirect,
Yeah.
So if the item in 9, if 9 is like recorder block, you might get play a melody to get the book, and it just happens to be that 9 is recorder blocked.
I'm actually kind of hoping that the entire logic chain to get to the bow is hinted.
That would be funny though.
No Zelda here. You can push the block. To answer the question of whistle is required, yes.
Everything's required today.
Yep.
All the things. There's Zelda.
The description as per Tracy is that you need to go into the terrible level 8 to get the ladder, to go into the terrible level 7 to get the power bracelet, to go into the okay level 5 to get to go into level 2 and get the bow 1 ring.
And RandomEffekt's about to find that bow.
I know there's been discussion, because I see in chat a suggestion that the boomerang is the only thing that can kill Ganon. I know that's been talked about, and I think one of the things that is being looked at is where the hint for what Ganon's weaknesses is going to be located.
Yeah, that would be interesting. So, that is if they were to do it such that the weakness would be, whatever it would be, and you have to find out, that could be interesting. Flat out making the boomerang,
I
don't know that.
Sorry, go ahead.
We just with that Aquamentus has the ability to mask the Roar of Ganon. It's entirely possible that he's adjacent to one of these rooms. So Thirwolf's gonna bomb here. There is a little bit of a glitchy sound you can hear. Well, some people can hear. I never hear it. That'll tell you.
There's a roar.
Chat's saying it's an actual roar. Okay,
yeah.
So unfortunately we can't bomb in there. So looks like we're looking for a magic staircase.
I would actually be okay with giving up one of the hints in 9 for a guaranteed Ganon weakness. Thank you, old man.
And this is one of the rooms that Thirwolf did not check earlier because, he didn't hear the roar, but it is going to be a staircase. Let's see where it takes him. RandomEffekt also in the staircase. No, it's just the heart.
Gotta have heart.
Not what you want to find if you're Thirwolf.
No. Ari's gotta find that staircase before Thirwolf does, because Ari is in 9. So this really is kind of anyone's race right now.
It sure is.
And this is the thing that I was hoping that we'd get, is a nice close race between these two.
Always want a close race.
Thirwolf does have a little bit of an exploration advantage, but we know it's a magic stair, so if RandomEffekt decides to constantly jump in staircases.
And of course, Thirwolf also has Zelda found. Thirwolf has Zelda found. RandomEffekt does not, so that could make a difference. We did not see this room earlier. It is a rupee boss. Is it a push block? It is a push block.
What's in the push block? It's a staircase. We knew it was not going to be an item.
Yeah, we've seen both items.
Okay.
And that is, this is the area where Ganon is. Is there a door here? There is. This could be it.
It is.
It is it.
The room goes dark. Here's Ganon in the blink room. Oh, but a compass for a RandomEffekt, very important. Thirwolf does still have a potion.
I don't think the compass is enough because Thirwolf has Ganon and already has the path to Zelda. He
And
just
has
needs
the
to
white
finish this
sword.
off.
Which
Has
means
the white
Ganon's gonna
sword,
be
had a
twice as
potion.
fast.
White sword, potion, red ring.
Random
Definitely
effect.
a random effect closing the gap, but he's got to find that push block,
And that push block
which
is
is
near
not
start.
easy. Yeah, it's set one room up under the L, under the far left L.
Yep. Now there may be another way to get there though.
Yeah, because we didn't see any of the rooms to the east of where Ganon is.
So it could very well be that if Random Effect takes the stair, that gets to the other side of Ganon. Let's see. Nope, that leads right next to Zelda.
Yeah, it would not surprise me if there was a route to the other side of Ganon, stair somewhere. Otherwise, it might just be you go through Ganon's room. Now, this path to Zelda is not exactly quick.
No. And it's also kind of weird. The trouble is, Random Effect does not currently have a way to where Ganon is, nor does Random Effect know where Ganon is.
Yeah, it's not heard that roar. It's
Here
a little
is
unfortunate
his-
that staircase right next to Zelda's room isn't useful at all. Yeah, we saw this before. This is where he's going to hear the roar. And in the meantime, Thirwolf does get there, finishing this race with an official race time of 1 hour, 28 minutes. The timer was started a little bit slow on our end, so it looks a little bit funny. But GG's to Thirwolf moving on.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Really, it just came down to Random Effect doubled at 8. That's the only difference really between these two runners.
Yeah. Well, it was the double dip of 8 and the extra time in 7 when Thurl thought he was just immediately ladder blocked and Random Effect went in and tried to get around the ladder block. I think that also contributed.
Yes, I agree. One second.
Like we've got Thurwolf joining us. GG's. That was a weird one. Oh, you're muted. There you go.
Just some microphone issues here.
You sound fine now.
All right.
Definitely Discord.
Yeah.
So, the two differences between you two was that Random Effect double dipped both 7 and 8. 7, he did get a bit farther than you did before the what's it called?
The ladder block. So
yeah. Oh, the ladder block.
yeah. So what happened was there was that room with the North River. It had the map, and you could bomb to the left to go further. And unfortunately, it led him astray because he could not get to that power bracelet that was hard required.
Yeah. I was worried about the 6 dig when that raft ended up just being garbage, and that took forever too.
Yeah.
Because it was between 6 or 7, and I'm like, the enemy set in 6 was nicer, so...
Fair enough. I probably would do the same thing in that case.
I'm like, Wizard 7, 6 with, random garbage. I'll just go and beat that.
And of course, the other thing was Random Effect went into 8 early without the red ring, got a little bit of progress, found the Triforce room, said this is garbage, left, understandably.
Sure.
It just happened to have the silvers and the ladder, and when you went in there, you already had the red ring, and were ready to just, deal with the garbage.
Yeah, I bailed when I first saw it to check that one spot north, which had 4, which, whatever. Because 8 was my last overworld... Well, 8 and 4 were my last overworld spots I had access to. And I'm like, okay, either the answer's here, or I have to go back to 6 or 7. Mm-hmm. And, yeah... Shoutouts to the 5 Triforce seed that requires you to go into 1,000,000 levels.
Yeah, I mean, the chain was ugly. Like you have to get the ladder out of a nasty 8, and get the silvers there as well, hopefully, to go get your power bracelet out of 7, to get your recorder out of 5, to get your bow out of 2.
Yeah,
That's quite the chain reaction. And oh, by the way, there's a raft in 6 just to deter you.
Yeah, just yeah. Yeah, I think the early Red Ring 4 heart. I'm glad it was 4 hearts, so I didn't have to backtrack for it. That was very nice.
Yep.
And
And wand was always welcome.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times runners will say they don't want the Red Ring early because they'll even up combat. But I feel like this is a matchup where that doesn't really apply. I think it's already an even up matchup. So you want to make sure that you have it. You want to make sure you don't get after your opponent, I think.
Yeah, because that just speeds you up. So.
RandomEffekt has just found the stair that goes to Ganon, by the way.
Oh yeah, shoutouts to the stair to Ganon.
And how many stairs did it take to get to Zelda? Because that was quite the path. I don't know if you counted. I certainly didn't.
I took a total of 5 stairs. It was just 2 to get to Zelda, and then that other one to get to Ganon. I took 2 other stairs that just kind of bounced around to nowhere.
Yep.
Including the room that you couldn't bomb into Ganon, so that was annoying.
We were curious if the hints in the seed kind of hinted the entire chain reaction. If you just locked it behind having to go to level 9.
Yeah.
That certainly would be interesting, but yeah, sadly we'll never see those hints because Book in 9 will do that.
Yeah.
And the money was plentiful too, so.
And
yeah.
I don't think it's worthwhile to go to 9 to try to get the book so you can go back to figure out where the bow is instead of just get the bow before you go to 9.
Well, especially when by that time we just knew.
Yeah. I mean, it's like dig every other level and except 6. If you could skip 6, you're good. But
yep, you're good.
But you don't know you can skip 6 until after you've dug every other level.
Yeah, that's a sad thing.
Yep. So let's see here. Thirwolf, we will be moving on to the next round.
I believe that match was just played, or maybe was played at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say you'll be facing No Chibado or Danny P-Speed, the winner of that race. I don't want to spoil that for anyone that might want to go back and watch it.
Yep.
Should be interesting. As is every race at this point, because we've all fought hard to get here and won the first 50-50.
Yeah. But any thoughts on either one of those players?
I'm sure it'll be a hard-fought match either way. So we'll see what the seed dictates is necessary.
And there's Link rescued for RandomEffekt, playing with the Zelda sprite.
Nice.
With an official race time of 1:06:48. Still a really nice time for the seed. I mean, normally you'd say when it's a 5-try seed, you kind of want to sub-hour it, but yeah.
I'm running close around 5 Triforces.
I know, right? Because we still needed all the dungeons. We didn't need all the dungeons. You could have gotten a different Triforce other than the 6, but we needed all the dungeons.
You could have skipped 8 Triforce too if you wanted, because it was flying.
You couldn't skip 8.
Not the level, no.
No,
you could just skip fighting the blue wizards if you really wanted to.
And
I don't think either of you really wanted to, because both of you went and got the Triforce out of 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was near.
And we do have RandomEffekt joining us as well. GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
I see your comment about the magic stare. That wasn't the difference.
Yeah, I kind of my voice is really bad. I apologize, but yeah, I kind of figured that maybe Thir was ahead of me like the whole way. I avoided A like the plague when I first saw it. I tried to go in there with like 3 or 4 hearts and get the Triforce, and saw the Wizrobe room. I was like, nope, I'm out of here. And then came back pretty late after I found a bunch of other dungeons. So that maybe was a big difference. I don't know how early you actually completed 8 with getting the items out.
I'll say 8 and 4 were my last 2 accessible overworld spots. So,
okay,
when I found them, I knew that I needed things. So I stuck in there and just dug everything.
So, what was the difference on us entering 9? I'm curious.
That's a good question.
I want to say it was a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it felt closer than like. It's interesting. Then I guess I did a lot of the overworld. I did a lot. I mean, you said 4 and 8 were your last spots, right? So
yeah, so I did everything that's not a PBO recorder, and I did a couple of those to find 5 and 2.
And
I had Red Ring like stupid early.
I had Red Ring early too. I had it at 4 hearts. I went and did level 1 and then went back right. Basically went right back to level 1. So
that's when I picked up the candle.
Yeah, I'm wondering where the time difference was. I wonder if it's just like little walks in the dungeons here and there. I'm not sure.
It is what you already said. The trip in the 2 big things you did differently was the trip into 8 when you didn't get anything out of it because just that dungeon without a ring is just terrible.
Rough.
Yeah, and then
I'm surprised I made it as far as I did to get to the Triforce. And then I saw that room. I was like, I'm not even attempting this right now. I'm not. No, I'm just gonna spend probably 30 seconds dying. So let's just get out.
Honestly, it's probably just as well since he had to go back in there for the items anyway. But the other difference was, I think Thirwolf thought that 7 was just flat out ladder block from like 2 rooms in, and you found a way around the ladder block, but. Unfortunately, couldn't get all the way to the power bridge.
It was ladder blocked. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was fully ladder blocked. I had that written down.
Yeah,
so my 7 was pretty quick when I went back. When I first came in, I saw like the chute and I couldn't bomb around it, and I saw that ladder block. I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time right now because I found it relatively early. So and I saw those whiz robes and
that sounds like the difference right there. That like double dipping 8, because I spent a good 2 minutes in 8 at least, 3 minutes early, and then probably another minute or 2 in 7. So that sounds like basically the difference, and that's how it goes sometimes,
Yep.
I don't feel like I played bad this seed really at all.
You both played well.
So can't complain.
And 9 was just a little trolly with its staircase situation.
Yeah, bomb wall to the magic staircase.
It was my 5th stair to get to Ganon, so.
It was.
Saw both items too.
I saw one. I saw the heart container. I didn't see the second one. No.
Yeah, the book was useless. I think by the time you got the hint, you knew the only hint you got was Ganon in the southeast, and by then you don't know from the you couldn't get to him.
Combined with
I wonder if I would have bombed early, like would that have made the difference? You never know. Like if I would have bombed that wall at first, But it's hard to decide that.
Yeah, you were in 9 with enough time that if you found the magic staircase first, you could have sniped.
Possibility, yeah.
Because I did waste some time after finding Zelda. There's random staircases, whatnot that I took that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Same.
But the problem is you didn't have the map, so it's to bomb that wall without a map to know that there even is a room.
Yeah, exactly. You early on, nobody's gonna do that. Like you found a way around. You found a staircase that led you to like plenty of other dungeons. Like it would have to be an incredible stroke of luck to do that.
That would require like a super early death and knowing that you're kind of trapped. Yeah, and we're not gonna do that. I think.
No.
All right. In the meantime, unfortunately, RandomEffekt, that's going to be the end for you in this tournament, but a well-run tournament, getting into brackets and showing off what you could still do. I don't believe it. It might have been. I feel like it's been a few tournaments since you've entered, so it's good to see you back.
Thank you. Yeah, this was my first tournament in a while. I've been playing the game offline, like here and there, just for funsies, and had the time and decided to do it. Yeah, it was a very fun tournament, and if I'm gonna go down to anybody, I'm glad it's Thirwolf I'm glad it was like semi good as the race. I don't want an unentertaining ending.
If I was going to be eliminated, I would have been glad to be eliminated by you.
Look at this.
But now I have to move on, so now I have to win. So
that's right. Well, good luck in the next rounds, and thank you all.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
And thanks y'all for the commentary, restream, tracking, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Yes, you're both very welcome.
And let's I don't know if you could go ahead and fix that. It looks like you didn't. You get the runners are not correct on there. If you want to fix that also. In the meantime,
I thought I had all the commands done at like some
I
point.
know. It's hard when you're doing the restreaming and the commentary, so we'll cut you some slack.
Yeah, I was
But
so focused on getting all the crops and such done
yeah. But
that I
in the
forgot about
meantime,
the commands.
good luck to you moving on, Thirwolf, RandomEffekt. Good luck to you in future tournaments. Hopefully, we'll see you in more of them. Um, do have more races coming up on the schedule. Let me take a look. Let's see. It is Let's see. 8:30. I guess that starts in about 10 minutes. We have over on Z1 Randomizer 2. We have Blessed V versus ND. I believe that's in the low roll bracket. On Speed Gaming 5 at 10 o'clock, we have Bogey versus DK. That's in the high roll bracket. Also at 10 o'clock, over on Speed Gaming Main, we have Truant Gamer versus Bobino. And then over also on Speed Gaming following that, we have Sis Crusher versus Mercs. I do believe there are a couple other races that might get on the schedule if they can find restreamers for them. So keep an eye out on that schedule. Those would be either on the Z1 Randomizer channel, like right here, or we've broken out the Z1 Randomizer 3 channel. So keep an eye out to see if those get restreams. But in the meantime, lots of Zelda 1 Randomizer for you to watch. In the meantime, putting out the thank yous, Moonrise and Phoenix doing the tracking behind the scenes. Trackers, usually I say trackers are the MVPs, and they are. But tied for that is also whoever does the restream, especially when that restream joins me in the booth. Thank you so much also for joining me and also putting this on the restream.
And thank you, Tracy, for spending the time of your night to say, you know what, let's just yammer about fake math.
Now, I love your math. It's not fake math, it's Alsoa math.
Yeah, there's a difference.
There is a difference. But yeah, that is pretty much going to do it for us. We do have the correct links to our runners. Please do go ahead and follow those links and follow these runners. And in the meantime, head on over to the next race, and which is over again on Z1 Randomizer 2. Hope to see you there, and we'll see you at all these races. Have a good rest of your evening.